Dirksy.
Donnie Kelly. What's up, buddy? Having fun yet?
Dude, it's been great. You didn't reach out when I was a bench coach.
I reached out one time in like 2019. You big time me, so I figured you.
No chance. Get out of here.
Well, you were a bench coach, Donnie. What do you want me to do?
It's gone. A home run for Don Kelly. What a clutch knock for DK. Wasn't it, though? He fell behind.
All right, here we are with the beloved Detroit Tiger baseball player, now active Pittsburgh Pirates manager, Donnie Kelly, baby. Donnie, back in Detroit. What's it feel like to come back to a place that you have so many memories in?
It's exciting. You know, you're getting really good at this TV thing, that energy. And no, it's exciting to be back and be in Detroit. It's like a second home for Carrie and I. So, you know, catching up with some people yesterday on the off day and exciting to be back here in Comerica.
Swinging a high, deep drive, and that's going to win it for the Detroit Tigers.
When you look at what you're doing now you're the active manager. You had a really good relationship with a beloved Detroit Tiger manager, Jim Leland. Skip.
The Tigers are going to Oakland up 2 games to none.
What are some things in your playing time that you learned from Skip that you've kind of used? Because this isn't just like all of a sudden you're the manager. You've been grinding, working towards this goal in this baseball journey.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is playing for Skip. He was very consistent. He was upfront. He was honest. I think that those are the things that, for me, taken into account with our guys, being upfront and honest with them, caring about them.
Yeah.
You know, you knew that Skip cared about you, and sometimes it wasn't, you know, putting his arm around you. He was kicking you in the butt because he cared about you. And finding that balance of how to do that with our guys. Number one, letting them know that you care about them. Number two, being honest with them, because as a player, I think that that's the biggest thing that you want from, you know, a manager, from a staff, is just to be you want to shoot them straight.
I saw Gene Lamont is now a special assistant.
Yeah, special assistant. He's like a bench coach for me in the dugout. Great to have him. Again, learned a lot from him from our time with Detroit, and really excited. And I mean, for him to come out of retirement to join me here on the bench is unbelievable.
Does Skip ever text you like, "Hey, that was stupid"?
Oh, called me.
He called you?
Yeah.
Did he call you after you get thrown out and said, "Hey, attaboy"?
No, he never called me after that. But you know, if I'd make a move early on before Gino got here, he'd call me up and ask me like, "Hey, what were you thinking there?"
Yeah.
You know, and just, I mean, humbling to have him, you know, care that much to reach out and talk through the game situations with me was really cool.
Yeah.
Here comes Donnie.
It's been boiling.
How about Don Kelly?
Now Leland has been thrown out of the game, and I think the skipper has a little bit of a point here.
So we're going to search the record books. The last time a manager got tossed in his second big league game.
Much to the delight of the fans who are on their feet here. Good for the skip.
So we were fortunate to play on some really memorable teams, 11, 12, 13. What was your most iconic personal memory wearing the Old English D?
Personally, it would have been the home run against the Yankees in 2011.
Don Kelly answers the call from his manager.
Still don't know why Leland batted me second. You know?
He would have taken a lot of grief if you didn't go deep fly or do something.
He might have, but I'm really glad that it made him look good. And it was, that was the biggest moment. When you talk about the teams that we had back then, 11 through 14, and just the success and the playoffs, and 3 million fans here at Comerica, just really exciting times and fun times to look back on.
I'm real proud of him. It couldn't happen to a better kid. I mean, to have this moment in Yankee Stadium for Donnie Kelly, you got your stars, but to happen to a guy like this, that's real special. I mean, that's a memory he'll have. Cabrera and those guys are going to have millions of memories, but this is one that Donnie Kelly will have forever, and it's a real special moment.
So there's always practical jokers in baseball, and it usually comes from a starting pitcher who's not really doing anything. Have you ever had anything of remembrance?
Yeah, I'm sure we can cue the video. There was, in Minnesota the one year, Verlander put it all together. He was going to go get Dwayne Bilo, and as he went up to get Bilo turned around to go get a drink of water. Well, Verlander had soaked the tape pre-wrap. He soaked it in tape remover, the alcohol, and he taped it onto the back of my shoe. He's like, well, sorry, Dons. I had service time at the time, so he really wasn't targeting me.
Yeah.
But he ended up getting me because I was standing right next to Bilo, and I didn't turn around to go get water. So next thing I know, he's following me with a Dixie cup full of water, and I have a flame halfway up my calf. And I asked him, I was like, dude, you're going to need the bucket of Gatorade, not just the Dixie cup to put that thing out. But he got me pretty good.
The old hot foot to not the rookie, too.
To not
Come on,
the rookie,
Burr.
yeah.
Don Kelly has hit it out, stretching out and making a fabulous catch in center.
In Detroit, it's a little different. You know, a lot of times they like the star-studded guys, which we played on teams that were full of stars. You were more that super utility guy, which at the time in the American League wasn't as common. Now we see, like, we have Zach McKinstry on our squad that kind of developed that role. In that type of role, did you know that was going to become something that's more popular usage in baseball?
Yeah, no, I didn't. And honestly, just showing up every day to do what I could to help the team win. And I think that's the, when we talk about with our team, it's the same thing I've challenged our guys on is how do you show up every day to get better yourself and show up every day to help us win? Now you see these guys, like you said, McKinstry, we got Adam Frazier on our team bouncing all over, giving good at-bats, playing good defense at multiple positions. It's a unique skill set to have, but you need those guys on the team that can fill different roles for you.
So we had an inside joke that I don't even know if you're privy to. You want me to let you in on it?
You can.
After all these years?
Yeah.
So I think it was 2012. Donnie went through a stretch where he was facing literally the toughest pitchers in the big leagues for like 2.5 months. He'd be coming off the bench against Greg Holland.
Yeah.
He'd be starting. Hey, Donnie hasn't started in a week and a half. Here's Felix Hernandez for you. And so I'd go to Skip and I'd be like, Skip, are you just trying to like mess with this guy or what? But talk a little bit about the challenges of knowing that the guys are taking days off against the studs.
Well, against the studs, and then I would come in and play defense.
Yeah.
And there's one time that I distinctly remember we were in Toronto, and we were up 3-1. Johnny Peralta came up, 2 outs in the ninth. There's a righty in. Peralta hits a home run to put us up 4-1, and the righty's in. Well, here comes John Farrell out of the dugout. We're up 4-1 to make a pitching change to go get a lefty to face me. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't even get a righty throwing 91 right now. They're going to get the lefty, and we're winning.
Yeah.
And but it's like that. Sometimes that's the role. Sometimes you're grinding through. You're trying to find ways. And I think adopting that mindset of finding a way to help the team win, that was my role. Sometimes it was against Zach Greinke. Sometimes it was against Holland because I came in for defense.
Yeah.
Whatever it was exciting time to be a Tiger and fun times that we remember as teammates.
Last thing, Donnie. When you go into a clubhouse, you've always been a good clubhouse guy, good teammate, and well respected. What were some things about you that you think could help you navigate clubhouses to get that kind of respect?
I think it were the things that we talked about, knowing that, the inside joke that you just filled me in on, guys know that. They see that, and they see your attitude. They see how you go about it every day, the work you put in, and that's what I've challenged our guys on. That respect isn't given. It's earned. And as a team, individually, collectively, as the Pirates, how do we go out and earn that every single day? And I think that's the mindset that good baseball players that are respected, they earn that respect every day. And I hope that as a player, I was able to accomplish that. And whether I was facing the nasty guys or, getting the easier at-bats, if you will. There's not an easy at-bat in the big leagues. No. But, having just working hard every day and having a good attitude and going out there to help the team win was what I tried to do. And hopefully it was respected.
And it was. Donnie Kelly, baby, I love you. Detroit loves you. We're so happy, for you to get in the management role. We want nothing but the best for you. Just don't beat us today.
Love you too, buddy, and I hope we do.